Hello, law students. This is Mrs. Politsky, and I have your notes for Chapter 15, Consumer Protection, Section 2, State and Local Protection and Product Liability. And this is a short set of notes, so stay tuned here. State and local laws that have been set up to protect consumers. We have obviously the issue of licenses, which we mentioned before in part one. Consumer protection begins here. Businesses and professionals must pass inspections to receive operating license. So, individuals who are in fields such as medicine, education, when you talk about law, people who are, licensed to do things such as insurance, people who are barbers or beauticians, some areas of, for example, blue collar fields like welding and such, electricians have to have licenses to say that they have completed standards that are up to par and that their work is reliable and competent. When we look at the issue of food and cleanliness, there are sanitation and food alterations. This basically says that state and localities have the right to inspect businesses that handle meats, bakeries, restaurants, hotels, and other businesses that are rated on their cleanliness. So if you go into, let's say, a restaurant, you might see maybe in a restroom in a restaurant where they have a sign for how often they've gone in and cleaned the restroom, or signs saying that this is our license, that we have been inspected recently, so that when you go in and spend your money there, that you can be feeling competent that you're going to get a good product and that you're going to basically not get sick from where you eat. The privity of contract, this is a relationship that exists between or among contracting parties as a result of a legally binding agreement. So if I hire a contractor, that I can guarantee that the whatever work that they're going to do is going to be up to par. So if I hire a plumber, that I can be guaranteed that I'm not going to have a ton of water damage just because of their work, and that on their behalf that they're going to get paid once the work has been completed. What can a product liability lawsuit be based on? A lot of times it's based on things like a breach of warranty or a tort of fraud, negligence, or strict liability. What we mean by a breach of warranty is that supposedly there are certain things that should be guaranteed when we sell something, a certain product, like it's going to work, that it's not going to cause me any injury or endanger the people around me. And hopefully when we buy those things, we can rely upon that. We've talked about fraud, being deceived for the most part, or negligence, meaning that there's certain carelessness, or the notion of strict liability, meaning that, basically that you're held liable for the product. So needless to say, that's kind of what we're talking about. So stay tuned. Part 3 is up next.